You're standing at a dark crossroads. 4 paths, no map, and then a shadowy figure steps out of nowhere and points the way. Who is this guide that appears whenever heroes must choose? Stay, because the answer changes every legend. In this video, you'll discover what this mysterious guide really is, why it appears at turning points, and how the same shadow shows up in myths from different cultures. Watch until the end, or you'll miss its strangest secret. Think about your own life, school, work, relationships. You've had moments where one decision could change everything, right? Myths transform those stressful choices into a clear picture, a road, a crossroad, and that strange, patient guide. Across many legends, this guide has no clear face, just a cloak of darkness, a staff or lantern, and a calm presence. Not a monster, not an angel, something in between. It doesn't force heroes. It simply points and waits. Let's start with ancient paths. In old European tales, travelers feared crossroads at night. Spirits, tricksters, and guardians were said to meet there. But one figure, half seen in the dark, was known not for harm, but for guiding the lost. This guide sometimes tests heroes. It asks a riddle, offers 2 paths, one easy, one hard. The correct path is often the difficult one. Myths use this figure to show us that comfort rarely leads to greatness. Ready for a famous version? In some Greek-inspired tales, a traveler meets a dark-robed figure at a fork in the road. No thunder, no drama, just a quiet voice. The short road brings pleasure, the long road brings honor. The hero must choose, while the figure stays still. Notice what's interesting. The guide doesn't walk with the hero. It appears, points, then vanishes. It's like a living question mark. Myths place it right when the hero can't go back, only forward. Next, let's see how other cultures reshape this idea. In folklore from different regions, this shape-shifting guide might look like a traveler, a hooded stranger, or a walking shadow, but it always shows up when the hero is stuck. Same role, new costume, same silence, new landscape. Sometimes it's called the dweller at the threshold. It doesn't block the way, it reveals the way. Its darkness makes light more visible. Standing there, it forces the hero to actually see the options, instead of hiding from the choice. But here's the twist. Sometimes the guide lies. In trickster tales, it points to danger, or tests whether the hero can see through temptation. The lesson? Not every guide is good. You still have to think, and that leads us to another kind of crossroads. In some legends, the crossroads is not made of roads at all, but of choices inside you. Fear versus courage, revenge versus forgiveness. The figure appears in dreams, not on dirt paths. The hero wakes up knowing what to do, or knowing what to avoid. Think of it like this. The guide is a mirror made of shadow. It doesn't show your face, it shows your direction. When heroes meet it, they realize who they truly are, because the path they choose reveals what they value most. Crossroads myths remind us that not choosing is also a choice. Some stories punish heroes who wait too long. The guide fades, the safe path disappears. The world moves on. Inaction is a hidden road that leads somewhere too. Yet there's hope. Many tales say the guide returns when you're ready. Not when it's easy, but when you've grown. That new visit marks a second chance, a new crossing. Same figure, same gaze, but this time a stronger hero stands before it. Notice how the guide never grabs the hero's hand. It won't walk the path for them. Myth teaches a hard truth. Guidance can point, but only you can step. That's why the figure is shadowy, because the decision must come from your own light. Now, why is it at a crossroads and not a straight line? Because real journeys branch. Myths hate the idea of only one destiny. Instead, they show many possible futures, all starting from one uncomfortable moment of choice. Even in modern fantasy-style stories, you can feel this old pattern. The hero meets a mysterious stranger at a fork, hears a warning, and then everything changes. That stranger is just the ancient shadow, wearing a new mask for a new audience. But here's something we often miss. The guide also represents the past. It knows the paths because others have walked them. Tradition, memory, ancestors, all wrapped into one quiet shape that steps forward when you're about to repeat old mistakes. When legends describe it as shadowy, they don't mean evil. Shadow is simply what appears when real light is present. The brighter the decision, the deeper the shadow behind it. Crossroads are lit moments, and the guide is that outline on the edge. So where is this in your life? Maybe it's a career shift, moving to a new city, ending or starting a relationship. The myth says, at that moment, a shadowy guide appears, not outside you, but as a sudden clarity that's hard to ignore. If you ignore it, stories warn, the road chooses you instead. Circumstances push you down the easiest path, not the best. That's when the guide turns into a haunting memory. What if I'd chosen differently? That ghost is a guide you refused. But if you listen, myths promise something powerful. The chosen path is rarely safe, but it's meaningful. The guide appears only long enough to push you past fear, then leaves you with one gift, the feeling that this road is truly yours. So who is this shadowy figure really? A spirit, a god, a ghost? Myths never fully agree, and that's the point. It stays blurry so you can project your own story onto it. It's a shape that fits any culture, any time, any hard decision. If you ever feel like you're at a crossroads right now, remember this image. Night, silence, 4 roads, and a figure in the dark that doesn't scare you, just waits. It's not here to decide for you, but to prove that you are ready to choose. Myths don't predict the future. They prepare you for it. The guide at the crossroads is a story tool, teaching you that every big step begins with a moment of uncertainty and a question only you can answer. Which road will define me? In a moment, I'll give you one final image to keep with you. But first, remember this. Legends survive for centuries because they describe feelings we still have today. If people keep telling stories about this dark guide, it's because we still need it. Here's that image. Whenever you face a choice, imagine stepping into that old story. Feel the quiet road under your feet. See the shadowy guide lift an arm. Hear nothing, but know everything. Then, like every hero before you, take your next step.